All right, welcome back to the channel, everyone. I hope everybody's having a great day. I wanted to address this video because this was something that was sent to me by a good friend of mine, Owens video. I'm going to link it down below for you guys. So definitely check out his channel. If you're into YouTube, making videos, video marketing, and things like that, you should check out his channel because it's great when it comes to those things. Now, here's the deal. I listed this video from Facebook in the description below for you guys to check it out as well. I don't do Facebook. A lot of you guys ask me about Facebook. I just don't do it. But the reality is that a lot of people post videos there and things like that. So if you guys want to check out this video, definitely check it out. If you want to support the channel by becoming a patron, definitely do that. And big shout out to Pastor Charles out there. He's the patron of a channel. And all the other guys that support me via Patreon. It's really cool, and I really appreciate that. Here's the deal, guys. Here is the deal. This has to be the craziest thing that I ever seen. If you haven't watched the video, you need to check out the video right after my video. I'm going to put some pictures here for you guys to check it out as well. But this has to be one of the craziest thing ever. And I want to address this because it's really becoming a cool thing to do, I guess. You know, just recently we saw a channel here in YouTube, which I'm not going to mention the name, but we saw a channel with over 100,000 subscribers that kind of did the same thing where he stood in front of the gun. So apparently he was trying to make a point, safety rules, or yada yada yada. I don't even know what was the story about that, but he stood on the front line while his buddy was shooting rounds down range, and he was trying to make a point. So apparently now one of the drills that a lot of people are doing is that where you stand in front of the gun. I mean, you should never do that. You should never stand in somebody's, in front of somebody's gun. Here's the picture right here, guys. And if you could see this picture and you could really zoom in into this picture, you could see the shots are like really close. I'm gonna kind of do this right here. You guys can see that, right? I mean, it's missing this dude by inches. So this is bad training right here. This is crazy. Now, when you see the video, I gotta tell you, when you see the video, you see a lot of like, a lot of all these things that I mean, whatever. If you're into that, you go ahead and do that. But I spent 11.5 years in the Marines, went to combat several times, and I don't ever remember doing it. All that stuff, I never remember doing that. But you should never stand in the firing line. Now, check out my description below. Like I said, the description of the video is going to be there. You could watch that. I also posted a video about, safety rules that I did in the past. I definitely did that. And I got to tell you guys, it kills me. It kills me to see this. And I wanted to talk about this because, like I said, this is very unsafe. Now, if you watch the video, you could definitely tell that these guys are like, high-level operators in a way. I mean, these guys, they really know how to shoot, how to move, and things like that. I think that when it comes down to those drills, they're missing common sense. That's what I think they're missing, common sense. But this is definitely not the average training, and some of you guys will agree with this type of training, but I strongly disagree about this. And I got to tell you guys, it's really dangerous. So when you see this type of videos, do not try to do this at home. Do not try to do this in your range. Do not try to do this at all because there's too many factors that could happen. Here's the video, guys. Oh, here's the picture. We got a dude in front of the range, and we got a guy shooting to his right, and you're also going to see shooting to his left. Really bad. I mean, really bad. I mean, this is crazy. I mean, am I the only one that is going like, what is going on? Am I the only one? Put some comments down there because I'm like, whoa, this is just stupid. This is crazy. Don't ever stand in somebody's in front of somebody with a loaded gun. I mean, that is reserved for the bad guys. When you take that gun out and you point down range, you should be pointing to a person that you're trying to stop because, obviously he's doing something bad to you. But check it out. Let me see some of the comments that I actually took pictures of some of the comments that I was like, wow, okay, this guy, Bill, big shout out to him. I don't even know this guy, but I took a picture of his comments and said, all it takes is some dude to slip and you're dead. No thanks. I would train with paper and steel. What a good comment. All it takes this guy to slip, something happened, boom, he's dead. This guy says, and that, my friend, may look cool, but it is the stupidest thing ever done. The cool factor. The cool factor is killing a lot of people. And in fact, the cool factor is making some of you guys spend a lot of money. It is attracting some of you guys, and it's just like taking some of your money. You know, some of you guys are going to school because you see the guy, you know, full of tattoos. And don't get me wrong, I got tattoos. I just, you know, don't show that in here. But full of tattoos, you know, and talks like this, and, you know, he moved like this. And that cool factor is what people are buying. People don't even care what is your experience. People don't even care what you done for a living, where you coming from, what you did. You know, people are looking for those guys, you know, the cool factor. So instructors are going out there, are setting up cool courses, and people are paying $200, $300, $400, $500 to take these courses. Do not, you know, stay away from the cool factor. It's not cool when somebody puts a gun to your face. I mean, just crazy. This guy says something excellent here. John says, anytime a warm body is on the killing side of the gun, it better be a bad guy. Man, common sense, you know, really, really common sense, you know. There are ways to train without putting warm bodies in front of a gun. Common sense, guys. I mean, there's so many different things out there. There's lasers. You know, the military uses lasers all the time. There's sim rounds, which is essentially what you do is that you remove the upper slide or your firearm. You know, obviously there's some kit for specific guns, and you replace it with one from that training device, and now you could shoot sim rounds. I mean, there's many, many things out there that you could use versus using your gun. I mean, look at this guy. I want to know how much money this guy is making. I really do, because how much money are you going to charge to be part of this training? I mean, you're going to have to pay me a lot of money for me to stand right there. And look at those bullet holes. Really, really close to him. I mean, there's one that is several inches away from his body. I mean, just foolish. Not cool. Just really, really crazy. And we constantly are seeing this. And it's just not cool. Like I said, just a channel had over 100,000 subscribers, put the same thing out there where you see guys standing in front of the line. If you're seeing this kind of training, do not do it. Definitely do not do it at all. Somebody talked about the audio. Man, I'm having some issues with the audio. I got to change some of the settings here so you could listen from both sides, and I forgot to do it before this. I apologize about that. But yeah, don't do this. I don't even know where these guys are from. You know, they're speaking. They were speaking something in the video. I don't know if they're Russians or something. I mean, I really don't. I don't want to insult anybody. But here's the deal. If you see this kind of training, walk away from it. Obviously, this is some advanced stuff, but I wouldn't even consider this advanced. I would consider this in the crazy side. Do not do this kind of things. It is your job to be safe, guys. And this is how training should be conducted. You should be conducting training on a safe environment, because the reason why you do training is to get better. The reason why you do training is to identify issues that you have in order to make him better. All right. So when you do training, you're going to identify things that are working well, things that are working bad. So when you put those things that are working bad, something like this, you know, just says something happened to you and you shoot somebody, that's very unsafe. So when you do training, you got to make sure that you are in a safe environment. I mean, some of your military guys know this. I mean, it is insane how safely training is conducted. And ultimately, the instructors are responsible over this. And you know what? Being an instructor, and believe it or not, yes, I was an instructor of many different things. You know, I was a subject matter expert in many things in the Marine Corps. I just don't come here and argue with some of you instructors that are going to come here and argue with me about this. It is your responsibility to make sure your students are safe. I mean, it is what it is. The RSO, range safety officers, it is your responsibility for your students to be safe in that range. So look at this location right here. It's full of, I mean, this is now a great area. There's bricks. There's probably stuff on the floor. I mean, very easy. You could slip. Very easy. You could go down. Very easy. You could slip and kill this guy. Very, very easy. I mean, Guys, there's no reason what, I mean, again, check out that video. Forget about the whole, cool looking, because this video is well edited. It looks really cool. It has cool music in the background. And look beyond that this is very unsafe. And when you see things like this, walk away from this. Because like I said, this is just crazy. Really, really crazy. When somebody takes a gun out and point it towards you, that's not a good thing. Not a good thing at all. Marines are big into that. Don't ever point a gun towards me, man. I mean, you have the ability to kill me when that it is, So let me check out some of this. Let me check out some of these comments over here, man. I mean, it amazes me the amount of guys that are out there with this awesome technology nowadays. Social media is everywhere, and people do crazy stuff in order to get views. I mean, seriously, in order to get views, in order to get a video to go viral, in order to get your video to take a bunch of views, I mean, people do crazy stuff. Guys, you don't make a lot of money out of doing this unless you're teaching classes or something. But out of this videos, you make pennies. So, Live for While is in the house. Big shout out to you, Colonel. How are you, sir? Go ahead and check out his channel. David Wicks, awesome dude. Semper Fi, my brother. Richard, training, safety issues. Stop the exercise. Definitely. That's why you typically have an RSO and you have an OIC in charge. I'll tell you a quick story, guys. I was doing this training right before I went to Afghanistan. Very, very quick. I want to tell you this. And this guy, young lieutenant, wanted us to jump this wall. And the wall was really high. So we had to use several Marines to jump and do this thing and land in the other side. And the first guy landed really bad. It hit him so really bad. And I remember telling the lieutenant, hey, sir, you know what? We need to stop this. Because we're going to Afghanistan in the next, so many weeks, and somebody's going to get hurt. And if somebody gets hurt, guess what? He's not deploying anymore. So the purpose of training is to get better, identify things that we're doing good, identify things that we're doing bad, and again, get better. The purpose of training is not to get hurt. And when you see the equipment and the resources and the stuff that we have nowadays, I mean, there's so many things nowadays, guys, that you don't really need to put somebody in front of you. You could use lasers, you could use sim rounds, you could use multiple different things that could make it very, very safe. So, big shout out to Haas. Again, some of you guys, let me know what you think about this video. Pretty insane. Big shout out to 50 Stitches of Steel. Big shout out to you, sir. Tac Chef is in the house. Bunch of guys. William, big shout out to you. The Daily Shooter was in the house too. Abandon 12 is in the house. Check out Abandon Apparel. They're doing great things over there. M Ruler 60 says just plain stupid. Yeah, man, I think it's foolish, And again, I'm not trying to make this video here to blast him. I'm not trying to make this video to address anything. I just, or to talk bad about them. I just want to put this out there because I'm seeing this often nowadays. Like I say, I'm seeing this unsafe behavior a lot. And some of the guys are getting into that cool factor. It's really, really cool. I'm doing like, and I'm really cool. And some of the guys are missing the point of the training. The point of the training is to get better, not to get somebody hurt. And I'm sorry, people could argue with me all you want, but when I see pictures like this, or when I see a video like this, and I go here and I see those bullet holes really, really close to my body. I mean, this guy is covering almost half of the target. I mean, this to me is just insane. I mean, this is crazy. This is crazy. I couldn't let this go. So big shout out to Owens. Appreciate you sending this video to me, man. Crazy stuff. So again, I appreciate you guys watching. Let me know what you think. Put comments down below if you like this type of video. Stay tuned because we got a lot of videos coming up. And as always, God is in control.